All right, everybody. Hope you all have a great day and hope you all have a great Thanksgiving tomorrow, too. Today is Wednesday. This video should be coming out shortly on Wednesday. Uh, we're going to be looking at how the Texas Longhorns rush defense has done versus quarterbacks who tend to rush the football, mobile quarterbacks. Now, Texas A&M has a very mobile quarterback by the name of Marcel Reed. We're also going to be looking at his stats a little bit, too. And he is a very athletic guy that, look, if our defense is not on their toes, Marcel Reed can make you pay. So we're going to be looking at this. We're going to see how Texas has done versus quarterbacks, and then maybe see if we can get an idea of what Texas might do versus Marcel Reed. So if you like the video, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and then comment down below your thoughts on Texas' ability to stop a rushing quarterback. And I think that let's just go ahead and start off by saying where Texas rush defense is. Okay, so this is the Texas A&M offense versus the Texas defense, in the rushing and passing categories. Really, on the bottom, obviously, you're going to have the passing categories. That's good and all, but the rushing, you want to see like three opponent yards per rush, top 10. We're 10th in the nation. Opponent 10+ yard rush plays, we're 8th in the nation. That's top 10. Opponent rush yards per game, we're 13th in the nation. That's top 15. We're top 15 in every category that you can think of. Outside of, rushes per game. Look, opponents aren't rushing the ball a lot because we have a very good, or not rushing the ball. They're not overly going on one or the other side, right? So, if you have a really good rush defense, people are going to tend to attack. If your rush defense is better, let me say that, people are going to tend to pass the ball more. But that's not necessarily a stat that really speaks to a defense being good or bad. It's more or less just shows how much opponents like to attack a certain part of the team. Now, when you're looking at this again, like I said, so just a quick little refresher. Oops, wrong one. Top 15 rush defense. I feel like that's pretty consensus that you can say. Now, if you go and look at how we've done versus quarterbacks, this is just the raw numbers right here. You got Van Buren, who's very athletic, looked pretty good against Texas. 31 yards, 2.6 per average, 1 touchdown. Michael Hawkins, 58 yards on 20 carries, 2.9 per average. Talon Green, 44 yards on 16 carries, 2.8 average. It looks like Diego Pavia is the only outlier, and here's the other deal, because this is going to be very key here in just 5 seconds. We didn't sack Diego Pavia once. All these other guys we sacked. So Diego looks like an outlier, but he's not. And that's because the way that the NCAA counts stats, when a quarterback gets sacked, they will count that tally off of the run plays, off of the rush yardage versus the pass yardage. In the NFL, they treat that as a drop back and they take it away from the passing stats. So what happens if we adjust those numbers? Well, that's what you get. You get Van Buren, who rushes 6 times for 31 yards, 5.2 average. Hawkins, 14 yards, 14 carries for 58 yards, 4.1 average. Pavia, again, didn't get sacked, so his numbers don't change at all. 4.2 average. Talon Green, 10 carries for 44 yards, 4.4. What you're seeing is all of a sudden now, these numbers that did not look consistent. They outside of Pavia, they did look consistent. But now all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait a second. Maybe that Pavia, when Pavia wasn't sacked, maybe that was telling us something. This is pretty much what you're going to see with this Texas defense, I feel like. And you're going to see Marcel Reed's numbers. He has some pretty good running numbers here, okay? But look, Talon Green is a very athletic quarterback. Michael Hawkins Jr. is a very athletic quarterback. These are very good quarterbacks. Van Buren is a very talented quarterback. I really, I have a hard time seeing that Marcel Reed is just like leagues above in talent above these other dudes. I have a hard time seeing that his rushing ability is going to be able to have just a drastic higher level effect. But so you look at Marcel Reed, how he's done, and then also a very key point here. And another key point, you got I want to point out that the rushing defense, those are labeled, they are ranked. So this is the current rank right now. And when you look at this, when he's gone up against better rushing defenses, he's been sort of limited in his rushing attack. Now, I say sort of limited, it's 5.0, 5.4, 5.6, right? That's kind of where he's lived. It, I really, it just kind of feels like, you know what? Like the numbers that we see right here, right? When you see he's rushing against like top 15, a defense that's around what Texas would be, okay? They're holding Reed to these similar numbers. So to expect something that really, I don't think that, I think that this is about what we're going to get right here from Marcel Reed. He's going to have a very good performance, I think, against us. He's going to run the ball far more, not far more. He's going to run the ball more than we typically would see. Now I don't know if that's kind of probably not true uh, with the rushing totals right there, but it's just I'm kind of I'm getting my thoughts on this like right now, but yeah, I have a hard time seeing that Marcel Reed is going to have just this amazing day on Texas. He's not necessarily a passing quarterback, and then you go back to this Texas defense where this is the best. I mean, at least top three, top two. You can't even make an argument on that. But I would argue, and I feel like most people in the nation would argue that Texas has the best pass defense right now. And it's hard to see Marcel Reed and Texas A&M, let alone thinking that they're going to be able to attack the passing defense, but trying to attack that a lot. So we'll see. That's pretty much going to be it for today. Not too long of a video, but I just want to talk about the Texas' ability to defend the rush and the rushing quarterback, which is clearly we're pretty good. We're pretty good at that. This Texas defense knows how to stop a rushing quarterback. And then when you go and you look at Marcel Reed, he is a very athletic quarterback, but top end rushing defenses have kind of held him to a similar number. So we'll have to see what happens. I mean, obviously, no games aren't played on a piece of paper, right? They're played on a football field for a reason. So we'll see. Again, hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving. As you can see, all that Thanksgiving stuff that should be gone tomorrow. Okay, that should be gone and cooked tomorrow. And then I did want to say, I got my shirt in. Yeah, hook the Sooners, 34-3. All right, everybody. Hope you all have a great day. As always, Oklahoma sucks. And hook 'em.